one of the questions that I got from my, I guess my second video on Ask a Foster Parent Anything was, I think the question goes something like, what do you do when a kid comes to you and say that he or she is gay? Okay. Now that question is not posed directly to me because my response would be, good for you. But I think the bigger question is that we know that there are some people who would actually, as foster parents, discriminate against gay youth or gay kids. Here's the deal. There are kids who are in foster care because perhaps they came out to their own parents or they were caught in some kind of way by their birth parents and they were kicked out. It happens. We call them throwaway kids. Or they were beaten in the name of God. And trust me, as a foster parent, I've seen that happen, where kids have gotten marks and scars all over their back from being beaten in the name of God. Well, in California at least, we have anti-discriminatory laws that basically states that kids who are gay or homosexual, queer, or transgender have the right to live comfortably in all of our foster homes. So as a foster parent, if that is really not something you're comfortable with, I'm really okay with that. But here's what I would suggest that you do. Many of our foster parent trainings that we have in Los Angeles County that are provided also by the state of California, and even at the national level, the National Foster Parent Association, one of the good things I will say about them is that they've had some pretty good trainings when it comes to gay and lesbian and transgender youth, how to work with that particular population. And it's not something that everybody is very comfortable with. I think, for one thing, I'm going to, for you foster parents, I'm going to post on this video a website you can go to for assistance. And I am also going to post a website by the Child Welfare League of America. They have a particular arm there that works with policy for gay and transgender and queer youth. I think Rob is his name in Washington, D.C., just came out with a guide, which ironically enough, that guide was for working with kids in America. But now I know that that guide is going to be floating pretty soon all over the world, because I do know that there are other organizations that deal with this population in European countries and other countries that have the same interest. And so I'm going to post that website to help offer you a guide and to give you some assistance. And there's also another organization here in Los Angeles, which is called GLASS, Gay and Lesbian Adolescent Social Services, that not only do they provide group homes for gay and lesbian youth, they also provide training for foster parents who are interested in working with that population, as well as being mentors. And they also I think they run one of the better transitional housing programs here in Los Angeles County. That's my opinion. Well, everything I say is my opinion. That's one of the nice things about doing a video blog or log, however you want to call it. There's some questions. I mean, I think some of the time, I think sometimes people want to know can kids explore themselves in a healthy sexual way in your foster home. Well, while that sounds nice, kids having sex in your foster home, at least here in California, is an allegation. It is something that that is actually sort of against the law. And anything that you report to that nature will turn around to becoming an allegation to you. So, hey, no sex. I think gay and transgender and lesbian and queer and kids can all be best supported by making sure that their priorities are pretty much the same as the priority for everybody in foster care who are in the system, and that is to ensure that they get a good education and that they have a plan for the future and that they break the cycle of poverty and abuse. To me, those are the top priorities, whether you're gay, lesbian, straight, transgender, or a homo thug, which is a whole nother story. Okay? I think keeping kids out of gangs, making sure that our kids understand not just best practices, but safer practices, particularly when it comes to sex. And that's all the youth in foster care, because many of them have been sexualized at early ages because of sexual abuse. I don't know if I'm answering your questions, but I certainly do hope to post some resources. I don't think that, I just think it's wrong to kick a kid out of a foster home because he's or she has come to you and said, hey, this is who I am, now deal with it. That is right up there with a number of reasons why kids are moved from foster home to foster home, because maybe that foster parent is extremely religious, and it goes against everything that they stand for. But I don't care how religious you are. There's something wrong when we turn our backs on human beings because they are not in a moral place where we would like for them to be. This is my dog, Chewy. Come here, Chewy. This is my dog, Chewy, and she's got leaves all over her, and she's having fun drinking the pool water. And I think she's gay because she humps. So I don't know if that answered your questions. I know that foster parents who have this as an issue really should seek the kind of training that will help them be good at what they do. And that's really what my videos are all about. I want us to be really good at what we do, to support each other, and also so somewhat in some way band together to make some changes that we know that need to be changed. I think I don't even want to say that working with gay and transgender youth and LBQ kids is a specialty. I don't really think that is all that much of a specialty. I think working with incarcerated parents is a specialty. I think working with teenagers in general is a specialty. And when you work with teenagers, this is one of the issues and one of the subjects that may come up, along with a host of other subjects. And I think it's important that we just simply be prepared to deal with those issues head on, and not make our kids feel any worse than they already do by being in foster care. Well, I think I said something here, and I'm not sure what. But our goal is not to change kids. It's to grow kids and to grow them into very healthy and very stable adults with a future and mentorship and holding on to them as long as we possibly can. And you can't hold on to a kid if you're kicking them out or throwing them out because they hit you with this shocker that doesn't fit who you are. But the bottom line is, for those of us in foster care, particularly those of us who foster teenagers, I don't think there is anything we haven't really seen. So it's always evolving, and those of us who do this, we're always being exposed to various behaviors. So there we have it. Okay, so I really feel like jumping in that pool. I'm so hot, so sweaty. All right, thanks and goodbye. Whoa! Whoa. That is so nice. Are you still videotaping me? Okay. Cut.